Well, hello and greetings. My name is Elias.
And I am Scandal.
And we are back again with another episode where we are going to find out what it takes to romance Julian! So, we're just going to continue forward. So this is episode 2 of Straight Out Just Him.
Yeah, just Julian. We, the royal we has entered into
all of us. We creep through the window, into the humid hut, ducking under a row of brass bells just close enough to make them hum. How do you make bells?
So you're
hum
scraping them rather than tinkling them into each other so they don't ring?
I guess
there's
so.
more like, have you ever made that sound though before, honestly, like brushing against something, and it doesn't
just sort of
jingle,
hums, like the whole glasses thing, like the whole water glasses.
It's really hard to do though.
It must be his hair.
It really must be.
I don't think we both...
Or his cloak. He somehow, like...
For me, the starch cloak is really excellent. I would say, for me, I'm just like, we're not as tall as he is because we're always looking up at everyone. Therefore, we can't brush these bells unless our hair is, like, mega tall. Like, what do you have? What you didn't know is you have a mohawk. I'm gonna choke my friend here.
It's okay, I'm gonna just die. It's alright, I'm preparing for Julian.
Julian hauls me in, steadying me at the waist, arm lingering around me as his gaze travels the room.
He's like, because I'm terrified?
I was gonna say,
he's about the chickens.
Safety?
He's worried about the chickens.
He is. I mean, he just dragged me through a window into an unknown place. It's fine. Looks very clean for, like, a completely abandoned area. It's fine. The hut is wide, the ceiling low. His hair is dry now, brushing the ceiling and showering his shoulders with dirt. He's very tall for this hut, poor baby.
Mazelinka started to drop in like these spuddy guards.
Aye. It's the guards.
Mazelinka! Huh. Don't know she's home.
Alright.
Did we just break in?
Did we just break in? I kind of like the did we just break in? Because, like, I don't care who this person is immediately as to, are you breaking and entering like you were doing with our shop?
All the time?
All the time. This is how do you enter a house where you see I break in?
Through the back door?
Through the back door. Always
without
the back door.
being asked in? I am the anti-vampire.
Oh, what I am is...
I am the anti-vampire, everybody.
I only come in if I haven't been invited.
I only come in if I haven't been invited.
If you invite me, that's it. I'm just going to stick up my nose at you.
Never! I refuse.
I'm going to be rum-tum-tugger and be like, I don't want it anymore.
That makes sense with the cloak, honestly.
Alright. Did we just break in?
We did, but desperate times call for dubious measures.
He's like,
I will justify the shit out of this. Huh. She seems to be out. Lucky for us, she doesn't like when I come in through the...
Nobody would! You
Gonna go to Battle Angel Lita the manga, an obscure reference of, the window is not a door!
Yes!
I loved that one. It was so good. And that's
from the window, no. Did we step on that?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what'd you do now?
He looks around my shoulder to the curly tendrils of yellow flowers looking ragged where they sprout from the windowsill. Did we climb through a window box? Did he just drag me through a window box?
We tore up soil and plants.
Their petals furl and unfurl, grasping curiously after us. Oh no, the little plants. That's great. Everything wants to eat us or poison us.
It's so weird.
Or
They're
hold
so
on to us.
hyper-aggressive.
Okay, we stepped on the dragon's breath. I'm in for an earful.
Yeah, well,
it really is like, are you actually, like, the thing I think is very silly about him to me is going like, you're supposed to apparently be the bad guy, but literally everybody in the town other than the guards and Nadia and the whole group
seem to think you're fine.
Yeah, you're like, they're fine.
Except for Astra for some reason cursed you, but at the same time, we're pretty sure you guys had a bad breakup, so you know.
Yeah, no, it's okay. He was the protagonist of the previous version of the Arcana.
God, it was Arcana, you know, like 0.0 or whatever, or the
No. It wasn't called the Arcana, it was called Solitaire.
It was called Gathering the Deck, Astra's story.
That's great.
I love it. Okay, and that was when he dated every single option.
Yep.
And they all got grumpy because he was dating everyone.
Yep, pretty much.
It's like, but literally, I'm just a player character, so I want all the stories.
Yep, I get it.
And then everyone got grumpy.
Yep.
All right, he drags a hand across his face where the door starts to rattle, a grunt from outside as it's shaken free from the crooked frame. What? The door is shaken free. Is this mirror? Oh. Mazelinka. Ilya?
Yeah.
Did you come in the window again? You slippery boy, I'll hit you with a spoon. How dare you tread on my flowers? A small, quick figure shuffles through the doorway, swathed in a thick shawl. Julian straightens too quickly, striking his head against the ceiling with a wince. She's like, I will be formal instead of straight. Oh, god damn.
It's okay, I deserve to die.
Undeterred, he sweeps down to offer his arm, dipping for a kiss on the cheek. I tried to be formal. Shit. Okay, I'll be friendly.
Aha!
Mazalinka, aren't you a sight for the shore? I love the shawl. Is it new?
You know it isn't. Thought you might be about when I saw the guards. Oh? My host blinks up at me through wisps of wiry hair. Okay, she must be very short then. Either that or I just sort of jumped into Julian's arms in terror, which he knocked the door off its hinges.
It's possible. The thing is
she just cracked the door right out of its frames, and in fright, like a scared cat, I just ping onto Julian. All right. Who do we have here?
This is Nerd, a new friend of mine.
Oh, we are friends now, huh? You still haven't told me your story.
I know nothing.
A new friend, eh? Make yourself comfortable, Nerd. Our host moves into the kitchen, squawking at the state of the yellow flowers by the windowsill. Julian hangs his head and droops. He looks...
Anyway, you just reach over and pat him on the shoulder going, thank you for joining us down here on the floor.
Right? He looks so like an admonished schoolboy, and I say, oh, welcome to the normal height of regular people.
You twig.
You branch.
You sequoia.
Yes, sequoia, absolutely. And I look at the door worriedly as it lays on the ground, because she just bashed it in. I don't believe in hinges, I just restand it every time.
Honestly, mood.
Mood. What do you do every time I enter any room?
I yeet door
Onto the ground.
Hello, I'm here. I am entering in the room like a normal person.
Yes, perfect.
Mazalinka, I did that. I take full responsibility for that. I wasn't thinking, and I
dragged Nerd through the window over the flowers. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Don't fit through the door, I know. Fetch the round pot for me, will you? She's very cute. Julian blinks, nodding and moving to a cupboard set in the dirt wall behind him. There is a sway in his step, and when our eyes meet, his smile is weary. Well, yeah, you've just been hurt and chased, and, you probably aren't
bleeding everywhere. You're fine.
Yeah. My first thought is the bite he took from me. He said it wouldn't last, but he looks like he's about to pass out. It's fine. If anybody hit his head on the ceiling at full force,
right?
He could just be like, I got it, but now the dizzy is hitting me.
I got it, it's fine.
His gaze is lingering strangely on me. Dazed. Yeah, he hit his head pretty hard.
Yeah, probably.
Poor baby. I'm gonna ask, are you okay? I don't feel like I want to be super demanding of someone I don't know very well. Of just show me your bite. I am your mom. Mom! Except for I'm not your mom. I am your non-gendered parent. Now, show me your abs. I mean your bite.
Your bite! Your white pasty boy abs.
Okay, so are you okay? There we go. Are you okay? I watch his profile as he reaches past me and drags a well-used cauldron from the cupboard in the wall.
I'm fine. Why? More importantly, how are you?
Tired because I'm not athletic and I've been running, but I don't know how to run, so I should be a mess. Dropping the pot over the fire, he turns and surveys me, a spark of interest in his hazy eyes. And Mazalinka's doing nothing at this time?
She's making food in the background. Who cares, apparently? Even if she's got her own avatar, we don't care.
I love that ladle. That is a big-ass ladle. It is half as big as the cauldron itself.
Honestly,
it's beautiful.
If I was going to eat soup, that's how I'd do it.
Just one scoop per bowl. Done. Perfect. Actually, I like that. I'm for it. On the other hand, your cauldron's empty in 2 scoops. 2.5.
Really, it's true.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
There you are, my dear. Nerd, do you feel strange in any way right now? Experiencing any tingling? Some people have described a tingling sensation after.
After what? After you take an injury from them. After what? What did you do to them?
After using the curse, dear.
Oh. I thought you had... Well, he can be inappropriate sometimes. It's fine. He peeks covertly at my belly where the wound used to be, rearing back when Mazalinka steps between us, brandishing a ladle. Bitch! Excuse you! And what did you use it for? What have you gone and done to yourself this time?
Nothing I wouldn't do again.
Mazalinka rolls a dry sprig of purple herb between her thumb and fingers, sniffing it and clicking her tongue. Worrywort's gone stale. I've got more in the garden. Pardon me, Nerd.
Wait, that was a quick drop of that whole bit of conversation. I'm gonna shit on you and then I'm gonna walk off. Unless basically she's so used to it and she's so tired of his bullshit. Basically, like...
I feel like that's it, that she knows him really super well, and she's basically like, and here's the thing that will help you. It's stale, I need to go get some fresh stuff.
Right.
I'm not even going to admonish you any further, I'm just going to go fix the damn problem.
Because you're a dumbass.
That feels very like her, very resigned, very, And you're going to keep up to your shenanigans no matter how much I wish to care for you and keep yourself safe. That's it.
It's fine.
Our host grabs a rusty knife and weaves around us to the doorway of the door on the floor, humming, leaving us alone together with the door open into the night.
Together. Lots of open doorways, honestly.
A lot of doorways. The moment she's left, Julian slumps against the counter, leaning heavily on one arm.
Huh. Who would have thought a bite like that would take so much out of me?
You also did a lot of running.
You dummy. Also climbing.
You also are skinny as a twig, and sometimes, when you lose a lot of blood and you don't have a lot of body mass, it takes a bit out of you.
Not to belittle your bite, mind ya. I've treated a few dozen, unfortunately.
Okay.
You're the first to make it. Well, you and I.
So everybody else's bite you've taken away, they just died afterwards? I'm sorry.
Did you die too?
That sounds horrible.
Are you the resuscitating doctor? Is that what you are? You return constantly? You're like, this is the curse. I can never die.
The curse is I die a horrible death, but then I just come back, and then I have to see their corpse and my failure in front of me. Okay, Asra, if that's the case, you're a bitch.
Like, wow.
Like, wow. I doubt that's the case.
I really do,
too.
too.
But,
like,
damn.
So far, it seems as far as I can tell, it seems kind of dickish. For the little bit of information I have, it's like I don't understand. It seems like a douche move.
It does. On the other hand, the story is probably going to go, no, it was the right choice because of whatever reasons.
Yeah, but I'm only going to tell you when it's dramatic or poignant, and he's finally going to actually then tell us his story, I'm sure.
At some point, we will learn someone's story. His gaze is soft in the flickering light until a shadow crosses his brow, and he looks away.
And then he freaks out because there's something that moved across the ceiling that frickin' gave him a shadow.
Ah, it's a spider! A giant ass spider!
They're not aggressive, the eagles. And they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the count.
They're not aggressive? They just bite when I fall on their head. Much like a bee when you smack it. Okay.
Oh, that's exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry I fell on one of you and made you bite me. I
just don't know what happened. I just fell on you and you just sort of reflexively went, ha!
I understand that you were probably as distressed as I.
Probably.
The count. The murder. A chill runs down my limbs, reminding me why we are in hiding in somebody's shack. And why I am hiding, I don't know. But I know why he's hiding.
Yep, pretty much.
Julian stills, watching me. Until I know I will never understand him. Until I ask.
We already did!
What I mean is that he's never going to offer anything to me. I'm going to have to drag it out of him.
Like the tuna he is.
Why did you come back? Did you really do it? I feel like answering the question, like doing any kind of investigative work, since the only thing we're talking about, would be a really good idea. At this point, learning more about the big plot overall rather than him personally, because the big plot overall is deeply affecting him personally. Did you really do it? I don't have to explain. He knows. I can tell as his wide eye fixes on the floor, pulse jumping at his temple.
Wow, dude, you are very, very clear for your emotive state.
Then to the ceiling, but not at me. His chest shakes with low, nervous laughter.
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm always asking myself the question when you say it. It's as much less irritating. Did I really do it? If I told you the truth, would you believe me?
Okay, so we just recently watched an episode of Poirot where somebody was framed and they actually didn't know if they'd done the murders or not because they had a condition which caused lapse in their memories, and this reminds me of that incredibly. And I'm just like, you don't know whether or not you did it. That'd be a terrible space to be in.
I know I wouldn't. But I'll let you decide for yourself, nerd.
Oh, you mean you're going to give me that story you promised me back in the pub before you picked me up bodily, held me out from yourself, and pushed me out the door? Like, you know, a toxic diaper.
Accurate.
He steeples his fingers, leaning over his long legs to finally look me in the eye.
He's leaning on a thing, so did he turn around and prop himself behind it so he could go,
like he's not sitting. Did he decide to sit? Or did he literally just like hands on thighs, like bending forward?
Here, until you're so short. Let me get down to your level. And you'll be like, you giant asshole.
Yeah, that's like a full half bend if I'm just standing here. I lift my elbow from the counter, put my hands on my thighs, and slide them down to my knees to get my face in yours.
Elbows up and steeple my fingers under my chin and go
like I'm talking to a puppy on the ground.
Hello, my child. And you go, I am not that short, you giant whale.
You tall, dark.
You sperm whale.
All right, you sprouting sapling. I feel like they forgot to tell him he's sitting down.
I think so too.
I think they forgot to tell us he's sitting. Look at this.
Okay.
He just scooted up on the counter he was leaning against. Now his butt's on the counter, and he's leaning forward with his knee onto his knees, steepling his fingers. We're fine.
It's fine.
Everyone chin hands all the time.
It's true. Everybody chin hands and drinks alcohol.
Did I do it? Did I murder him? The Count. What if I told you I don't remember?
What if I told you everyone drinks enough? You're probably right.
What if I told you I drink enough so that I will be right?
Oh, good. She came back, because I was like, she's taking a long time. How far away is her garden? Ilya, you're barely on 2 feet. When is the last time you slept?
Well, ever since the curse, I don't really need it the way I used to, dear.
Who says who? Your eye is rolling. Curse. Schmerz. I love that. Curse, schmerz. Beautiful. I support it. He drops his gaze to the floor, to my feet. It trails up to my face, and Mazelinka raises a steely brow. Conk.
And there's an audible kinking sound.
Yes, I'm also just like, So he basically just looked me up and down. Are you going, well, I could sleep if they were my teddy bear. Like, what was that? Or am I going, they
Will
need
you
sleep?
be my teddy bear, lass?
Or is it more like an experience
Lad,
of going...
I don't know. What's
individual?
What's the gender neutral term? Person.
Citizen,
Fellow.
individual.
So it's like
Pal.
laps. You could be my laps for me.
All right, so I was just going to be like, or it could be one of those things of going,
My
they
homie,
clearly
my
need
bro.
it more than me.
Right.
So he could be trying to direct attention of going, but look at them, they look ragged and messed up, see? See, nerd needs help.
Yep, it's fine. I find, really, haven't felt this good in a while. I love getting bit by vampires.
It's just
Vampire
great.
eels, excuse me.
Actually, I feel really
Slithery
good.
bits make me feel great.
It's also awesome because usually when I take a fatal wound, they die anyway. So this is a way better success.
Win-win! I almost died, they almost died, but nobody died!
So, you know,
know.
1 for me and, again, 6 for the eels or what have you.
Right.
But 1 for me.
But one for me.
She sighs, tossing a handful of sand into the cauldron and stirring. A sand?
Sand?
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll be very happy for you after you've rested. Go on. Shoo.
Just until the soup. I love sand soup!
Sand
What are you
soup.
fucking going on about?
Like, is she making a magic potion or is she making soup? And also, what happened to the herbs she was going to get? She came back with sand. Sorry, there weren't any growing in my garden, so instead
I got sand.
I got sand. I'm going to make you a magic curative soup. It's
What
like
I'm gonna do is grab
soup.
your face and shove sand in your eye and you'll go to sleep.
I'm just gonna go, eat your dirt. Come on, eat your dirt.
Eat your dirt.
His eye wanders to my features in a slow, thorough path, as though fixated. Maybe it's exhaustion?
Or
Maybe
it's
I look a
exhaustion.
wreck.
It's possible.
Just till the soup is done. Well, will you survive that long without them?
I'll survive.
Oh, is he
Aye.
attached to us now? Hang on, when did we
What?
get this attached? Is he actually grumpy because he's going to have to leave the room we're in? I am confusion.
What?
America,
Why?
explain. He moves towards a nearby curtain, pausing as he passes me to slide his hand into mine.
What?
His
Why?
gloved hand, his poison
Squeak,
gloved
squeak,
hand.
squeak, squeak.
Creak. There's a gentle
Hello.
creak as he grips
And
my
then
hand
he
softly.
poisons me through my skin.
You'll have to excuse me, nerd. You're in good company.
You know, if it's nighttime, I probably need to go to bed too, by the way.
Also, by the way, I barely sleep. And also, I really don't eat.
I
Nobody here
forget.
feeds me.
I forget to eat all,
All
the time.
You
constantly.
and I clearly are relatable because you
It's
never
fine.
eat either.
I could totally crash with you. Bro's sleeping is really awesome.
It's great.
It's good. His fingertips brush my palm as he pulls away, disappearing behind the curtain. I share a look with Mazelinka, and she cracks her well-worn knuckles with a billowing sigh. He won't do it. He'll be pacing around unless someone pins him to the bed.
By someone, do you mean moi?
So what you're saying is you'll set up the soup, and then you'll go sit on him so he sleeps.
Hey, that'd be fine. Go Mazalinka, kick his ass.
Yeah, kick his ass, be like, I will sit here and I will weave myself a new shawl
On
and
your ass.
while you sleep, because you cannot stand up while I sit on you. You make an excellent cushion, now sleep. Pip.
You make a really pointy cushion.
You
'cause
actually
you're
are
so skinny.
a little bit of a bony cushion, but it's fine. One of us needs to keep an eye on the brew, though. Nerd, you're the guest. Would you rather watch him, or shall I? I feel like I don't know how to
I feel
cook.
like the premium option is gonna pop up here, and it's gonna be.
It's gonna be. Do you want to go into the room with him?
Like this is
my host arches a brow and watches me expectantly over a bubbling pot. Keep an eye on him!
I did it.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on him. It was expensive, but I'm willing to do it.
My whole entire soul will fall out.
My soul, it's fine. You know what? Mostly I'm going to say, I know nothing about sand soup, so if those are my only options in life, I'll go sit on him.
Yeah, that's fine, especially if you can't go get more worrywart. It's fine.
Yeah, because apparently the worrywart, it failed.
It's not actually important.
We're all going to eat the dirt. It's fine.
I didn't notice a single silver tooth.
I didn't either. When did that change?
Hi.
Yeah, no, they're not silver.
Or is that a silver tooth?
No, that's a missing
That looks
tooth.
like a gap.
That
More
looks like
than
a missing tooth. I don't know. But if you're trying to get him to sleep, it's going to be what? Like an hour nap?
Honestly, soups take a while.
They can. It depends on the type of soup. Actually, I have had a misunderstanding about soup in my history, where it's like all the ingredients go at once and you let it sit. That is a long stew, like a crock pot kind of stew.
Okay.
Soup itself, a lot of it is just getting the broth boiling and then throwing the ingredients in one after another. A lot of them only take about 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh, that's fair.
Like if you're not like tender cooking the meat like long term, really soups can be pretty damn fast.
Okay.
Oh, like Olive Garden, the endless soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Right.
They make those soups quickly all day long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And honestly, do not put the pasta in when you put everything else in to start, because it will be mush by the time the rest of it's done. Cape stood in the corner. Poink, poink.
Over in the side.
Me looking.
It is silhouetted gorgeously.
Me looking at his jacket and trying to figure out if it's actually attached to the cape or not. I try to understand his wardrobe because it is confusing.
You are confusion.
You are confusion. There he is. Look at that cute little three-legged stool. It's adorable. I really like the sort of like storybook feel of some of these illustrations. Like the background versus the actual characters. It feels very storybook.
You know what makes me laugh though is that literally over in a corner. He'll be up there pacing all day. You mean over in the I mean, like, behind the curtain?
The soup pot is right here and the partition's right there. Yeah, no, I mean like it's not even a room. It's just a partition in the thing. He'll be back there pacing. Yeah, 2 steps one way, 2 steps the other. Poor thing.
Especially with how tall he is and probably how lanky he is, it's probably a disaster.
Yeah. Unless he doesn't have the legs that are implied by the rest of his build. Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he has no legs.
Oh,
he is all torso.
All torso. He is a swimmer. He is a professional swimmer. Like mad. More torso, less leg.
Yeah, but usually that's more proportionate as far as I've ever seen. Honestly.
It depends. People who have more torso with the way we do swimming and athletic swimming, they tend to have an advantage. So you have more builds that are more successful that way.
Okay, that's fair.
Anyway. It's surprising that actually with how close with how small that room, that little space is that's partitioned off, that he wouldn't notice immediately when I opened the curtain.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, because it'd be a swoosh, like, near his boot.
That'd be a weird clatter.
Woo! That's fine. Anyway. I came to babysit you.
I came to turn you and treat you like the baby you are.
Oh, see, he wasn't gonna pace. She was wrong.
Oh,
she judged him poorly.
Which is to say, I'm full of shit.
So are you still bleeding? Is that what that means?
Are we going to be forcing your shirt off next so we can look at you?
Right.
Because we're aggressive? Well, that's because the rest of us are squishier than you, and you have to take on our damage. Sorry, dude.
Shit.
Wow, that took like 2 seconds to make soup. And again, like, if he was sitting on the edge of that bed, his feet would be sticking out that curtain practically, like...
I really would love to actually see, like, the illustration where, like, they're trying to figure out how does he actually fit in there. He's huge, and they're supposed to be, like, you, and you're like, ha!
And you're, like, standing with the curtain against you, because you can't actually get in there, with him squished up on the bed, knees up to his face, pulling a boot off awkwardly. Do you have, like, more than one sleeping place in this shack?
Or are we taking over your bed?
Well, and meaning that is there more than one? Are the three of us gonna sleep in one bed?
Woohoo!
Hey!
I didn't know I needed that fanfiction, but okay.
Oh God, I'm gonna die. Hang on, I thought this was for me, not for you. She just said, "Here, nerd."
What?
I'm confused. She offered it to me, he grabbed it and sneered at it, and then she took it from him and gave it to me?
Is it like horny brew? Is it horny goat sweet?
I don't know. But is that literally what just happened? That she offered it to me, and he grabbed it and took it? And I'm just like, that was awkward. He'll take whatever I give him, you know? I'll be like, here, could you hold, like, this parcel? And could you take this old pomegranate I forgot to get out of my pocket? And do you want some moldy pumpkin bread?
Oh, and by the way, here's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich I don't want anymore.
And here's some coconuts so you can sound like you're riding a horse. All right, here we go. You were really tired a moment ago. You even admitted you were tired a moment ago, and now you need a sleeping brew? In the extremely tiny partition space, separated by a curtain, too close to the candle, and I am afraid it will light on fire.
Me 12.
A sand soup is the best for putting you to sleep. Mr. Sandman,
Send me a sand. Make it burn my tongue off. Hard to handle.
No! Make me a soup. Let me drink it up and pass out kapoof.
You should have gone for pass out kapoop. What?
That's fine.
What?
A colloquialism?
What? That seems
That's
pointed.
a little specific.
But that's very... That
Except
seems
for
ridiculous for a
sand.
doctor, except sand. We know sand's in there.
Well, but he says
And
he's not a normal doctor. He's a plague doctor. Even he said it. I'm not a real doctor. I'm just a plague doctor. No. It's like somebody going, but I'm not a real magician. All I do is read the cards. Would you like a ham or a film? I use my power. It's hilarious. Him going, you try it. Try and divine what's in there. I'm waiting. I got 5 coppers on you.
I got it. You don't know about Mazalinka and I always have a deal to see what happens.
Am I staring into the bowl or at his mouth?
Like, what's going on?
Am I seeing the reaction of him in the bowl? So I'm sitting here staring in the warm golden light brew, and I just see his face reflected in the bowl, and I just see him lick his lips, and I'm like, your tongue is all I can think about. Clearly, plep, I will push this into your face.
Here, you can drink it now.
Yep, it's fine. Even though you were grumpy and judging us, you're like a slingshot sometimes, dude. I get a little bit of whiplash from you.
No, you're not.
No, you are.
No.
Okay, you seem a little bit unfocused. Like you're all over the place.
No, I'm not.
Sir, I might be half your height, but you know.
You're more like 3/4 my height, if that.
Sigh.
Oh,
are
no.
we looking at the soup or not?
What the hell? Why?
We don't know him.
What the crap? Come on.
I'm going to make him drink. I'm going to take
Drink it.
some initiative. Go drink this. I scoot in beside him and I go, your mouth seems like it needs something. Frog. Yeah, he's still judgy of it. Well, thank you for that. It's so nice that she does that. I'm still judgy of shit. Tastes great, but I hate this stuff. Which one is it? All right, boy. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Hear the rest of your story? Great, I'd love to. Thanks. Will you actually answer my questions?
Answer! Will you tell the story that you're not telling us?
I would have talked to him now that he offered talking instead of kissing.
I know. I'd be like, fine, talk to me.
He looks very affronted. Right. So do I get any? Sand soup is your favorite?
I love the grittiness.
Polishes the teeth.
You know, that's why my teeth are so white.
Why are we so freaking preoccupied with...
I was to say, why are we staring at his mouth so much? Honestly, I'm a very eye person. Like, if I'm paying attention to him, I'm gonna be like, eye contact all the way. But also, like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's overly preoccupied with his mouth. Like, I think it's trying to be, like...
It's sultry and
sultry
sexy.
or sensual or something, but I think it's too fast.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just drank the whole thing. Are you offering to vomit it into my mouth?
I'll be your bird. I have a second gun.
Oh my god.
It's a little pouch for my babies.
If I do have wings, I may also be able to regurgitate food to feed you.
Hang on.
Just open your face wide enough for me to shove mine inside. That's how the birds do. That is how the birds do.
Oh no.
Pingoos, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Pingoos! Cautious feathers. Pep, pep, pep. I don't know. Wait, wings up?
Wait, We're now taller than him!
Okay, did he lay down instantly after drinking out of the bowl?
No, we shoved him down, breaking his jaw, and in the process shoved the whole thing down.
See, what we did was we shoved him over on the bed, held his mouth open, and poured it down his throat. And then he went, yes, it tastes great.
You're wonderful, I love it.
I love forceful care. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Bowl me over some more.
Yes, senpai.
Okay, do it.
Hurt me. And then he just passes out.
And then he passes out before he can get to my face.
Woo! Do you not want to respond?
I don't.
Okay, now I'm confused. Our character makes no sense. It's okay.
I am confusion. La 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 la. Did put food in my freaking mouth. Oh my god.
He's mama bird. It's okay.
I was gonna say, did you vomit food
I put it in my
mouth?
craw.
Or am I talking about the taste of your mouth? Or the kiss? I don't know.
I don't even know.
I wanted my damn bowl of soup too. She handed it to me first. Excuse you. That's enough for now, you two. Ears burning. I disentangle from Julian's arms, sitting back on the bed and wiping my mouth. So he is laying down, I guess? Maybe?
He ran away. He flopped backward and went lay on top
I
of
shoved
me.
him on the floor and poured the soup down his face.
And then we slopped him up back under the bed like a slug.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening here.
I don't know.
Mesolinka throws a sheet over his flustered form and turns her twinkling eye to me. She only has one twinkling eye? One eye twinkles. It's fine. Nerd, I trust you'll be sharing the bed. Unless you'd rather sleep in the hiding hole and I'll cozy up with him. I don't know. Hiding hole? I didn't notice one. But that's no surprise. Still flushed, Julian clears his throat, leaning back on the bed in a casual pose. Gay is still hot on me.
I don't know what relationships are outside of Astra. That's all I got. Astra is my life.
I know nothing except for intense, unbridled passion and poor communication. Woo! That's all I know.
It does it for me real good.
Sleep with him, sleep in the hole. I'm fine with sharing the damn bed. He's gonna pass out.
He pretty much is.
And I don't feel like cramping myself into a damn hole. I feel like somebody's gonna be worried that I don't go back to the palace. My first thought is go back to the palace. Because I am not a wanted person. I should tuck him in, let them both sleep happily and comfortably, and I will go back to the palace.
Because we should be, because
where I am staying, and where I will not arouse suspicion as to whether or not I've defected from an offer that was actually a demand by going and doing what's expected of me.
The literal goddamn countess who's looking for this guy. It's stupid to stay here all night with him.
Additionally, if people think that I'm in trouble, they're going to start looking for me, so there will be more looking around in general. So I would be endangering him by doing either of these actions.
And also both of them, not even just Julian. Actually,
because she's harboring Malinka. She's harboring a criminal.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sleep with him.
All right, fine.
I mean, I'm not going to sleep with him. I'm just going to sleep in the... It's a big enough bed, damn it. I'll sleep with him. Mesolinka smiles because she ships it, patting Julian's hand as his
weary face splits into an embarrassing grin. He turns into a kid who's just delighted that he just won all the prizes at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yay!
It's greasy and bad for my health.
Into an embarrassing grin because, you know, it's not that he's embarrassed. The rest of us are embarrassed for him.
There you have it, dear. Don't be worried. I'll be an absolute gentleman.
Now that you're drugged and going to pass out in 2 seconds, I believe you.
I will. There will be nothing to worry about.
As he snoozes off at the end of his sentence. Oh, you will. Nerd, hold him to that. Here, would you like my wooden spoon so you can whack him if he's stupid? Where he leans over to sleep. Ah, yes, okay. Bug! There are 2 sides to the bed.
That's yours.
That one is yours. Do I need to tie a string down the center? Excuse you.
Him going, my legs are too long.
My legs are too long. They stick over the end of the bed. Normally I would curl them up my knees, but stab you. Pretty much.
Absolutely. Hold me however you want, nerd.
Okay, that's cute.
I will hold you off the end of the bed. How about that?
I will hold you down so you see. I'll just sit on top of you, on your chest while you're sleeping. Just hold still. You're fine. Sit on your damn knees.
Sit on his knees. Let's just sit on his knees.
It's fine.
Knees
Good night.
his feet. Sit on his feet. It'll be fine.
It's fine. I'll just be like, okay, I'll hold you however I want. What you're going to do is you're going to put your head that way. I'll put my head this way, and I'll cuddle your damn toes.
I've done that before with people. Like, that's a pretty,
It's pretty innocuous.
Yeah.
That one. Or so, just basically then, you know, your toes will be in my hair.
And him going, I can see them all the way down there, but I can't touch.
But I have to actually reach down to get to your feet, which are more like at my belly. Pretty much. Alright, our host rolls her eyes, swats at him, and gathers his things from the floor as she moves to the partition, because there's not enough room over there to actually have all his things, and his cape takes up way too much space. I'll start like that. And get some sleep already. Could I have some soup too? Because I'm shit at sleeping. Except for I might be good at sleeping, but I don't know, because I'm in a strange place, and I don't know why I'm not going back to the palace, because I'm not in any trouble, but I might be in trouble and cause suspicion if I don't go.
That I can't promise you.
Did we drag him or not? I flush as the curtain swings behind her, settling as her footsteps shuffle away. We're alone.
Okay.
I don't know how far away the hidey hole is, though, so she could literally just be, like, in a cubby right around the corner, like Sophie in her bed in the kitchen. Like, it really could be. Julian waggles his eyebrows at me as he moves to make room, splaying his long form artfully on the twin bed.
Oh, it's tiny.
It's tiny.
Oh, this is your character going, I am 6'5" and a hunk of muscle, unlike Julian.
Except for who's on the most dreamy, but we'll share a twin bed.
I'm going to share a twin. Sleep on me. It'll be fine.
It's fine. I will be the twin bed for you.
I will be your bed.
I'll be the mattress.
Look at that, nurse. Nice and spacious.
I totally
You are
believe
so freaking, like, coherent for taking drugs. I'm amazed.
Yeah, it helps me sleep when I can't sleep. I was admitting my own exhaustion. Now I'm suddenly awake because of anxiety. Oh, yeah, I'm totally chill about
What
this.
is this?
Is this expression of my anxiety? Don't judge it, okay? I can't put it down very well.
I can't. He
also wears gloves to bed. I love it.
I was gonna say, he was taking off his boots, but not his gloves. Oh, it's fine. I don't remember if he took off his gloves. He'd removed his jacket.
Right.
He tosses back the sheet, welcoming me inside. I feel almost jittery as I slide into bed because I'm not used to sleeping with strangers.
Well, yeah.
We don't know you.
We don't know anybody.
I hope I'm not coming on too strong. Oh, I'd love to make something real with you.
You want to date us? Why?
What? Why?
Are you just super lonely and disconnected? And
Like, we had more time.
but you're about to go and get yourself hanged because you're about to turn yourself in?
So basically, you're being super aggressive and hyper. Basically, I want to say like.
You're looking for attachment really hard because you feel like you're about to lose everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're very insecure.
Which is basically what we guessed though before. Basically, he's going, I'm gonna die, so I'm throwing everything against the wall to see what sticks because I'm gonna lose it in about 5 minutes anyway.
Yep. And the reason I'm keeping you here is because I know it will attract the guards, and I am self-destructive.
He might be. He seemed like he is.
He does seem self-destructive, poor baby. A bittersweet expression crosses his face, thick hair falling over his brow, hiding the deep lines there. I reach over to him to brush it away, and he stiffens at the touch, because he really is a nervous piñata.
Nerd?
He's like, I will make all kinds of overtures at you, but if you make a move, I
actually don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, don't mind me, just rambling. I must really be exhausted.
A gentle touch at my jaw, and he draws me to meet his lips again, lingering as if he expects me to disappear.
Either that or he doesn't actually know how to kiss, and he's just going, I know what this looks like to begin with. I've seen it before in a movie.
But I'm also used to everyone else
once.
being far more assertive. Everyone expects me to be assertive, but I'm actually pretty submissive and soft and cute. And I try to be bold and ballsy, but I'm really just hoping you'll do whatever you would do if you were doing things.
Do.
Good night, nerd.
He turns away. I watch his profile, the rise and fall of his chest, and then I reach for the candle at the bedside table. So the bed's facing that way?
Huh?
And goes behind the fireplace?
I don't understand this design.
It's fine. Unless that's not the bedside candle, that's the bed foot candle.
Flick of my fingers, it's out.
It's out.
Oh no!
Alright, well that's it for this episode. So my name has been Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And thank you so much for joining us as we find out what Julian's all about.
Which is to say, nothing!
Which is to say, anxiety pinata. If you haven't seen the rest of the series, we'd love you to go check it out first. I feel that it has put a generally fresh twist on things because we have no idea what we're doing.
We really don't. So if you guys don't know, we've actually really never played this game before. I only really briefly played a little bit of the beginning prologue, like like about 2 years ago
Right
or
when
something.
it first came out and the hype was huge.
Yeah.
And so we're really going into this completely blind. We're not looking at like tutorials or directions or anything. We're just kind of fumbling through the darkness, as it were.
And
as we soon will be in that tiny bed.
And it's totally fine. It's interesting and we're having a blast. We hope you are too. So honestly, like, comment, subscribe if you're having fun. We will be here. We are excited to do more episodes. Like, we have genuinely, like, at least me, I've been like, hey Liz, do you want to go play the Arcana? Because it's hilarious.
Because it's really funny. We've done a lot of laughing. In fact, in the past, we've done so much laughing. There's been a little. This one was actually more contained for one of our episodes.
It's true.
Anyway, also we have an audiobook channel that we're trying to promote over on Lies and Scandal Lit. It is also featured on our channel. So if you're on a mobile, you can go over and click channels, or if you're on the website, it should be just in featured channels. We'd love you to check out that, where we are much more serious and formal, and we actually perform literary works.
Gasp!
And we do book review type things.
Great.
So it was lovely having you. We do respond to comments and we would love to hear from you. And take care of yourselves out there.
Enjoy!
Bye!